Welcome to the World Rare Disease Day 2017 Legislative Conference. 6th annual, I believe it is. Is it? I think so. We'd also like to welcome those of you in the room, in the overflow room, as well as those who are live streaming. So this will be a live streaming event. So if you have the opportunity to participate in one of our question and answer sessions with the panels, be sure that you are using the microphones that are going to be provided to you so that it's recorded and everybody can hear you. A couple of housekeeping items. There are restrooms on the left side, my left, along men's and the women's if you need to use the restrooms. Please make sure that your cell phones are on silent. Also, for those of you who are going to be live tweeting, blogging, Facebooking, Instagramming, whatever type of apps are available, we'd love for you to use the hashtag RareDC2017, as you can see on the screens. At Rare Advocates is the Rare Disease Advocates Every Life Foundation's Twitter handle, so be sure to tag those as well. There is Wi-Fi in the area. The network is FHI360 guest, if you can find that. And the password is welcome to FHI360, all one word, with welcome to and FHI all capitalized. So very easy. So welcome to FHI 360 with each of the first words plus FHI capitalized. We're going to make a slide and we'll put it up there. In the front, you can also get that information as well. Okay, last, for those of you who are picking up stipends, there is a scholarship table on the left side as well. Be sure to pick those up. I'm sure no one's going to forget to pick those up. Okay. My name is Robert Ostrea. I am a parent advocate and also the president and co-founder of the Little Miss Hannah Foundation. This will be my 4th year of participating in Rare Disease Week, so I'm very excited to be here as well. First, I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, all of which are listed here on the screens. If we can get a round of applause to our sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to have these. The conference is also presented by Horizon Pharma, so another round of applause for them. And this year, we're pleased to have a family room, which is upstairs in Balcony E, and that is sponsored by Doman Life Science Services as well. So, as I mentioned, I am a rare advocate, so I wanted to give you a little background of why I'm here. I always start with a picture of my kids. These are my 3 children. They're very cute, so everyone always goes, oh, that's great. Hannah is the middle girl. She was born with an ultra-rare disease called Gaucher, and it's type 2-3. It's a hybrid of the two, a very degenerative disease. There is no cure, and there is no treatment. Fortunately, she passed away about 5 years ago at the age of 3.5. And for my wife, Carrie, and I, for the 3 years that we had her in our lives, our main focus was making sure that the quality of her life was maintained, because there is no cure and there is no treatment. And so when she passed, we created the Little Miss Hannah Foundation, which, where we live in Southern Nevada, is an organization that supports families in the area who are caring for other medically fragile children, children with rare diseases, children in hospice or palliative care, trying to provide that extra level of support. Some of the items that we do. Our biggest program is a medical and therapy equipment grant program where we help purchase items like special needs car seats, bath chairs, swing sets, things that with the label special needs in front of them usually adds another $500 to $1,000 and that insurance companies rarely, if ever, cover. So we help purchase those types of equipments to ensure quality of life. And so that's a little background of where I'm coming from, and this is why I come every year to help advocate along with you guys for research. Also wanted to announce we had our first 5K on Saturday called Vegas Cares About Rare, celebrating rare disease. It was an overwhelming success. We had almost 300 participants, and we raised the most money we've ever raised in that event. So it can be done. It wasn't that hard. Some pictures there. All right, so let's talk about rare disease, the reason why we're here. Most of you know these statistics, but it's good to be able to recite them when we're talking with our members of Congress. 1 in 10 Americans, over 30 million, are affected with a rare disease. There's about over 7,000 different rare diseases, and 83% have less than 6,000 patients in the US. Over 50% of these rare diseases affect children, and 30% of these children do not live to see their 5th birthday. The average diagnostic odyssey is around 7 years, so being undiagnosed is also especially challenging. So far the science. There's only 289 of the 7,000 rare diseases have an FDA-approved treatment. That's less than 5%. There is science existing to treat many of these diseases, but the development of the treatments is challenging. It's difficult to get investments with the small populations, as we all know. That's why it's important that we come together as a group to promote research. So far, we have over 500 new rare disease treatments that are developed since the passage of the Orphan Drug Act 30 years ago. Only 8 rare disease drugs have been approved by the FDA in 2016, which is down by 15 that were approved in 2015. So the gap, we have many of the new treatments are for diseases that already have treatments available. And in 2016, the FDA approved just 22 new medicines, which is low from the 45 approved in 2015. So there's a lot of work to be done, especially with the new Congress. Okay, so Rare Disease Week on Capitol Hill. We have 152 organizations and 365 registered advocates. This is our 6th year on the Hill together, so that's increased over the last couple of years, and we're very happy that you guys are here because it's very important to come together as a group to promote rare diseases. So, conference booklet. Make sure you're reviewing your conference booklet. This has an overview of your week's events. We have the agenda, we have the speakers' bios, and most importantly, there are maps to the metro to get to Capitol Hill and the other locations. We're going to be going over that a little bit later as well to give you more specifics about where to go and how best to get there. And then we have an overview of each of the legislative asks that we're going to be talking about today. So be sure that you're looking at this conference booklet. So we have a jam-packed schedule. Overview is going to come next. What to expect for the new Congress. We're going to talk policy issues. We're going to have a little break. We're going to get more detail about the legislation that's in the queue for rare diseases. We will have a meet and greet lunch. A couple of other programming notes here. We'll have scenes from the Hill to give, for those of you who have not been on Capitol Hill, we're going to give you a little scenario so you can get an idea of what's involved with that. How to engage with federal agencies. Oops. And then we're going to have a couple of breakout sessions. In your conference booklet, it describes each breakout session, so be sure you take a look at that to see which one you want to participate in. And then we'll have some closing remarks. It's going to go by very fast, but there's a lot of information, so hopefully this will be very helpful for you.